Oh. So now we're gonna chill. We're gonna hold on. Hey guys, so welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas here in Abilene, Texas. Today we have some cool stuff. I think we might even do some tamales. So you're gonna want to stick around for that. Let's get to it.
Today we're gonna attempt to make tamales. We've never made tamales without my grandmother. So here is the pork roast that we're using. And we're using a big pot and filling it with water. Then we're gonna put some cloves of garlic in there and just cook it. And then we'll get back to you on the rest.
Guys, we're peeling the garlic, keeping all the vampires away. Guys, this is huge, so the meat is already in there.
And we need a big...
There's luck.
We need a big pot because we need lots of water.
Lots of water.
The juice of the meat juice to go in the masa.
I need to file a workman's comp now.
Oh my god.
And that's my grandma. She's trying to rearrange the refrigerator because this is a big pot. Are we going to cook the tamales in here too?
We can.
Ow, Grandma, that really hurt.
Well, no one told you to put your...
I was just going to rest my arm there. I didn't know it was hot already.
Okay.
So, the first thing... I'm going to show the bag because we might get a sponsorship. The first thing that you have to do when making tamales is you have to clean the hojas or the corn husks. So, I guess... Guys, this is my first time making tamales. So, don't come for us. So, I don't really know what I'm supposed to clean. So, you're going to clean off the husks by just taking off the little strings.
Make sure you get in the...
you're just going to look to make sure that there's no more. So, Mom, tell us, what happens if you don't get all of them off? Will you die?
Well, no, but you don't want that in your tamale. And it's not called strings. Open it over the trash can.
I am.
And it's called hair. It's the corn hair. So, all those... No, bring it back. So all those little pieces like that, you can just shake it down into the trash can. And the reason I can't do that is because I'm allergic.
Same reason why my grandmother can't do it.
Is open it in the trash can.
Mom, if you don't stop saying that, we're going to fight. There's nothing in there.
Bring it.
I'm itching.
And don't touch your face.
I touched my nose a second
But don't touch your face. So hold it so we can see all the little hairs.
Oh, I just took them out.
Oh, okay.
So, like, these hairs right here. Ew, what is that?
That's just more hairs. So
hairs like that.
Yep.
So, you just take them off.
Put it all in the trash can.
But that's not coming off.
I'm kind of getting your boobs in the...
Oh, it just ripped it.
No, don't rip it. Oh. Just shake it down in there.
You keep saying to shake it. It's not coming off if you shake it. It's not like a tick.
Okay. So, after we get done doing all of these, then we'll take it to the next step. Once the hojas or the corn husks are clean, you need to soak them in a container and put hot water. Ooh, that's hot. Let them soak in the hot water for a little while. Usually while the meat is cleaning, or while the meat is cooking, or while you're cleaning the peppers. And then that will be enough time because it helps to make the corn husks or hojas more pliable. And we'll just leave them there to soak.
We normally use chili pasado, but we got these instead.
Okay, so you got to open it.
So I'm opening it. Guys, this
Gently,
is my first
carefully.
time.
There's some scissors right behind Sissy.
Oh, too late.
Down for the microwave.
Okay, take one out.
It smells like that elote
I'm
stuff.
walking her through it because she's never done it before. So take one. Come over here.
Okay.
Okay, so in the trash.
Okay, what do I do?
You're gonna take the stem off, and then you're gonna shake out if you can open it, and then if not, just try to shake out as many seeds as possible.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can I take this off?
Do not touch any part of your face while doing this.
Yep.
Yeah, if you kind of, do it like that. If you kind of open the whole thing up. And you want to try to get as many as possible out. Lucky. Or the more seeds that you leave in there, the spicier it will be. Sorry, y'all. Lucky is barking like crazy. Okay, so let's see one that's cleaned out.
Good enough to
There you go. And then put it in the bowl. Do not touch your face because you will be in trouble later.
My nails itches.
Okay, once we get all of these in here, then we're going to soak these as well in hot water. Okay.
Now to the next step.
So the next step is after the chilies have steeped in some hot water, you're going to put some of the liquid in the chilies into a blender. Kind of mix it around. Make sure it's on there all the way.
Do that.
Yep.
Do it.
Yep. And then you just keep repeating the process till all the chilies are blended. And then after the meat is fully cooked and you take it out of the pan, let it cool down because you're going to shred it very finely. Okay, then once the chilies are blended finely, you put them in there with the shredded pork roast, and then you can add any of your favorite blends of chili powder, a spicy chili powder, and any granulated garlic salt, garlic powder. If you use garlic salt, use it sparingly. If your meat looks like it's a little dry, you can always add some of the liquid from the steeping chilies and add more spices to taste. Once you get the chilies done in the blender and you shred the roast, then you put some of the meat, some of the juice from the roast and some of the juice from the steeping of the chilies in here, and then you bring it to a boil so that the meat can get the flavor of the chilies. Alright, once you've gotten all of the chilies out of the chili water, you want to keep some of the chili water here, add some of the broth of the meat. Go ahead and put some of the garlic because you're going to smush it up. Then we're going to add some manteca
and masa.
And some masa. So we've added some of the masa. Next is adding the manteca. The next step is to take some of the manteca, and it's going to feel slimy and cold. And add it. No, you don't eat that. Add some more. So the trick is to keep this hand for getting more manteca, and and then this hand is going to be the hand that you stir with. You're going to need lots more than that.
Lots?
Yep. Probably like a quarter of it. Yeah. Okay, now start with the left hand. No, not with this one. With your left hand. Just start getting in there. Mixing it all together.
Oh.
And then by how it feels, you'll know. Don't fling it. You'll know how much more manteca to add, how much more masa to add.
I so want to lick my fingers.
Not yet.
I got it on the table.
Alright, so we've added some more liquid. We've added some more masa. We've added some more manteca. You guys, I'm telling you, this is the first time me and my mom, and of course Sierra, but this is the first time that we've made tamales by ourselves without my grandmother in 16 years at least. And as soon as that broth hit the manteca and the masa, it smelled like my grandmother. Okay, once you get all the ingredients in and you mix it up, then you've got to knead the masa, being sure to get all the ingredients. And then how you know it's done, hold on, is when you can touch it and there's very little on your fingers. So there's still some, so it's not quite ready. Okay, once the masa is done, what you see on top there is the onion and some leftover...
Not onions, garlic.
I'm sorry, garlic and some leftover meat. Here's the rest of the meat, and there's a little bit of meat that was at the bottom that we missed, so we're just going to incorporate it. And here's the pan that we're going to layer the tamales around, or the big pot. Now, normally you could use a pie tin to put in the middle so that you can lay the tamales around it. But I just created a little barrier in the middle with foil.
Wait, don't I need a knife?
Okay, so here we are. Nana and Sierra are, if Sierra will stop eating the masa, she's going to get an upset stomach because it's so rich. So whenever you're putting the masa on the corn husk or the hoja, sorry y'all, Mama needs a manicure. So you want to fill the corn husks, and the side that is rough is the side that you put the masa on. So this side is rough. There you go. If Sierra will stop eating the carne.
So this side?
Yep.
Guys, it's
and
so
then
good.
We'll get to the next step.
Wisdom from Grandma 101.
The reason you do it on the rough side so that the masa and the meat doesn't come out. So you want to put it on the rough side so it'll stick.
Oh, I always wondered why. The next step is to take an hoja that has been spread. If this was a smaller one, you would put two small ones together overlapping. And the next step is to get some meat. And depending on how much meat you want, you just kind of, whoa, that's hot. You just spread it. Sierra, stop eating it. So you just put a little bit of meat in the middle. I tend to be a little meat heavy. And then you just wrap it up like a baby, kind of. Fold it. And then, so you wrap it up like this. And this side goes down up against this, and then you go all the way around, and then you just keep layering ring after ring after ring. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so we had to make another batch of masa, and so when you go and you go and you go, you can touch it, and if you have any masa on your fingers and it comes off back on there, it's perfect. And then when she's touching it,
perfect.
There's nothing on her fingers.
Yay!
So this one is perfect.
Boom.
So show how full this is. So you only want to get it up about 3/4 of the way. So I may go around one more time. I put just a few in the middle, and then we have another pot that we need to fill.
We still have more carne.
Yeah, but you can
Some husks. And then we have another pot.
Another pot. Okay, on to the next batch. When you're first starting to layer the tamales, you need to put some small corn husks at the bottom because you don't want the corn husks to touch the bottom because they will burn. So Sierra, can you get me some foil? So Sierra is currently, because this is our second batch, has an upset stomach because she ate too much of the meat, and the meat is very rich. So get me some foil. Do you have any other small ones? Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, if you have a pie sheet, one of those foil pie pans, you would still layer this with corn husks, and then put that the foil pie sheet down first. But since we don't have any, here, you hold over it. So I'm going to take some foil, and I'm just going to crinkle it up and put it in the middle. I'm actually going to make 2 of those. Like this. And then for added protection, I get a long, I crinkle it like this to make a tube and go around both of them. And be sure to make sure that the corn husks are covering. And then we're going to start layering the tamales around. Okay, once you get the tamales 3/4 of the way in there, you want to pour the leftover broth from the meat, and you want to do it on the edge like so, to where it's about half full. And let's see if we can see down in there. Because you're going to want to bring these to a boil.
A rapid boil.
A rapid boil. All right, so when it comes up to a rapid boil, you turn it halfway. And then you turn it down to a simmer. Okay, on to the next step. Okay, here's our last pot. It's not quite all the way full. The last thing we're going to do after we pour juice in there, the juice of the roast, is, and I forgot to mention it on the other one, but when we finish, we're going to cover this with the wet dish towel. And I'm not sure, I'm not going to do it now because I still need to put the juice in there. I'm not sure why we do it, but I know that's what my grandmother did, so that's what we do.
Hey guys, so I'm so glad you guys got to see me and my family making tamales for the first time by ourselves. Guys, they taste so good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching day 4 of our Vlogmas. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also have a blessed holidays. Bye guys.